Hello everyone, good morning. So right now I am here in Annemasse, which is basically a small town in France by the border with Geneva, Switzerland. And right now I'm walking towards the train station of Annemasse because I'm going to Geneva. I'm going to see for the first time its botanical garden. I didn't know that they had one. Imagine, I'm so stupid. Anyway, so you can go there for free. And now apparently you can see cacti, palm trees, and etc. Many like exotic plants, obviously not native to Europe. So I'm quite excited. By the way, I would like to highlight the fact that it got quite warm. So obviously this is kind of like not normal for this time of the year. It should be a lot colder. And I remember the last year when I was here, it was like way colder. We even had snow, but this year is like really warm. I mean, it is so warm that I don't even need to have the heating on, imagine. Good morning.
Good morning, how are you? Here we are at the train station. We're about to get our ticket in one of these machines and we hope that this time it will work. If you want to come to Geneva's Botanical Garden, you have to take public transport, get off at Gare Secheron, and come here right now and enjoy the Botanical Garden in Geneva, Switzerland.
Just would like to highlight the fact that when you come to Geneva Secheron, in this area, as you can see, there is actually a very important building behind me, and that's actually one of the two headquarters of United Nations. There is one in New York City and the other one is here in Geneva, and that is basically that massive white building behind me.
Bienvenue tout le monde au Conservatoire et Jardin Botanique de la ville de Genève. As you can see, this place is not just a botanical garden, but a real big, huge and beautiful park with plenty of plants and trees, endemic and non-endemic to Switzerland. Believe me, if you suffer from anxiety or you have just a lot of stress because of your work or any other things, coming to places like this would make you have a nice relief and a good time of relaxation. I am experiencing it now and I feel quite happy that we decided to come here.
Before you go to the greenhouses, I would like to advise you that it's a lot better to go around the whole entire conservatory. Over here you can see different sorts of plants from the Alps, and also you can have places and corners where actually would make you feel like if you were somewhere in, like in Asia, like for example right here. This place is so similar to many places you would see in Japan and South Korea.
In front of me it seems as though there is a giant bonsai tree, very typical in Japan.
You're going to like when you come to Geneva, that would be the fact that you can go to many places where you would think that you would have to pay, but then you don't have to. This is very similar to London. In London, for example, you can go to the National Gallery of Art, imagine, and you wouldn't have to pay one single coin. And that's the same situation here. There are many museums, and I would like to say extremely high quality museums where you don't have to actually pay any entry, and that's very interesting. And also you can go to many parks and places like that. And to be honest with you, if you think about like cities like Paris, New York, Barcelona, Madrid, and many other cities around the world, you would have to pay some sort of fee to go inside. It could be parks, botanical gardens and museums, whereas like in cities like London and Geneva, you don't have to pay anything. It is basically made for the people and not for the money, like in many other cities around the world.
Here Geneva is very, very lucky today because even though it's still winter, we can start to see the first buds.
Do you know what? It feels like if there was some sort of like heat wave here in Europe, because today it feels like if it was like spring, to be honest with you. I even got to wear something very thin, you know, nothing thick, and I feel quite comfortable, so I'm not cold at all.
Here we've got some nice furry bulrushes.
Do you know what? This place is so amazing and quite international. Can you imagine that we even got to find bamboo, which is one of the most iconic plants of Asia? And especially, Richard was telling me just now that he finds it quite interesting the fact that pandas fit themselves with this plant. And since we're going to China next month, we are getting China vibes from now, and we are quite happy.
Do you know what? I don't know how pandas manage to eat this. I mean, if I put my teeth on this, I think they would just snap off instantly. When you come here, you can't miss Lake Geneva and the Swiss Alps. Here you have an amazing view of it, so come and get your camera ready. I can't believe that we've been a million times to Geneva, yet we have not come to this place yet. I feel like I'm in a jungle here in a rainforest.
One of the things that I found quite interesting and intriguing about this place is that as soon as we stepped into one of the greenhouses here in the Botanical Garden of Geneva, is the fact that I was getting Jurassic Park vibes. I don't know if you haven't seen the first part of the film when they got to Costa Rica, and then they've got that setting, you know, when you go to the laboratory, and then they've got like all sorts of like tropical kind of like dinosaur time looking plants. Well, I just feel there basically.
If I had to tell you what I think and how I feel about this place, I would say that I feel quite chuffed and satisfied with the beauty, facilities and decoration of the Botanical Gardens of Geneva. Before coming here, I thought that it was going to look more like a flower shop or like a plant shop rather than this place. To be honest, the Botanical Gardens are by far beyond our expectations. This place is really romantic, beautiful, and there is such a lush and exotic green that you would feel that you were in a beautiful, nice film setting, or like if they were going to shoot some sort of film scene right here. We highly recommend it, and you should definitely visit it when you come to Geneva.
This place wouldn't just make you feel in the jungle, but also somewhere in the desert. This place has a corner which is basically very similar to something you would see in Arizona, the United States, because I love cacti. I just adore cacti. I don't know why, but I do. I love them.
But you wouldn't like them if you put your hand on them?
No, I wouldn't. I just love looking at them but not touching them. Obviously, you would have to be quite stupid to do it.
You can eat cacti, can't you?
Yes, in some places in Mexico they have it and they call it nopal. That's basically the word. They grill it and then they eat it. We actually ate it in Mexico.
They were very tasty. You can have them as part of a salad.
Yeah, exactly.
When I was a child, there was a cactus right in front of me and it looked white and furry, and I thought to myself, this must be a different sort of cactus because it's white and furry. And I thought, I'm going to rub it a little bit with my hands. And when I started rubbing it, I got a painful sensation in my fingers and I realized that they were little spikes. What a pity. I thought I'd just come across some coriander for a nice salad this afternoon, but it turns out to be an extremely toxic plant. Unfortunately, the second greenhouse is closed at the moment. I think they're doing some reparation works inside, but never mind, we had the chance to go to one greenhouse and we saw amazing plants.
I have good news. We thought that there were only 2 greenhouses here, but there are actually 3. The one in the middle is closed, but the biggest one, which is like over here, is actually open, and we're going to go and check it out and show it to you, of course.
As soon as we went into the second greenhouse, we saw some show cards, and they say that there were some plants that are missing because they were taken by some ungrateful hooligans. Why would you be such a vandal to come to a place like this, where you don't have to pay any entry, where you don't even contribute to the maintenance of the place, and you still get to steal a plant? To me, that is quite disgraceful and quite horrible. When you go to places like this, you need to respect the facilities and everything that is surrounding you so other people can enjoy as well. That's what normal people do. So next time that you go to places like this and you want to do something wrong, don't do it.
So right now we're going to get on the train to go back to Geneva city center. So we just got to the main train station here in Geneva, and right now we want to have a nice burger at Burger King. That's it. So now that we have eaten, we have to continue with our day, but Richard is not really happy about one single thing.
There weren't enough onion rings.
Exactly, that's kind of like whenever we got to Burger King in other places, they always give you enough onion rings, but over here, they just basically gave us like 5, and that's so disgusting because it's like you pay 19 euros and just to get like 5 onion rings, that's kind of like, come on, I know that it is Geneva, but it is by far too much. Anyway, so right now we need to go back to the very center because I have to go back to France to Angers, and Richard has to get his bus back to work. And yeah, so we had a lovely day in Geneva. There is nothing like a nice walk by the lake here in Geneva. And can I tell you something, when you come here and you see the mountains surrounding the city with the snow on top, it's kind of like magical, and it basically portrays what people think about Switzerland. You know, with the snow and the lakes and the swans, everything is just like perfection. I love it. So everyone, we finally have come to the end of this vlog. I would like to thank you for watching it, and if you like it, remember you know what you have to do. You have to give us a thumbs up, and you should subscribe to our channel just if you like it, and if you don't, that's fine.
But we'd really appreciate if you do, so subscribe.
See you next time on a new adventure.